All right, we're going to alternate with the media. Anyone from the media want to pose a question? Go ahead, Pat.
I just spent some quality time with our congressman and your congressman, David Cicilline, and the question revolves around price controls and market interference by the government. They were touting the new $35 insulin payment. My question was, is there any fear that, as we all know, price controls create product shortages? So is there any fear that government involvement in free markets will end up hurting the very people that they purport to save? What are your thoughts on big medicine, government controls, government involvement?
If it's just about, well, first of all, you're right. Price controls. Anybody remember, Mr. Stenhouse, remember the odd number, even number license plate stuff in the 70s, right? The whip inflation. That's the stupidest thing of all time, right? I think people realize that's so stupid in those type of markets, they don't go back to it. But in healthcare, yes. I mean, we need a market. But the problem is, in healthcare, there's a number of problems. One, who's the biggest lobbyist in Washington? Pharmaceutical companies. How much did they spend last year lobbying? $300 million. Doubles everybody else. So why do they get what they want? They're down there lobbying these people. So there's a lot of things that have to happen. But the number one thing has to happen is that this stuff has to be not made in China. Folks, so we live in a nation of talking, right? So in 2020, Tom Cotton, another nice man, as a U.S. Senator, he was all over bringing back prescription drugs and the ingredients in prescription drugs out of China. Does everyone remember seeing him over and over and over and over saying the same thing? No one did anything about it. They went on to another topic. So we have to insource this stuff with China, or we're going to have a day in the next 5 years where people here in this room don't get their prescriptions filled. They don't get them. So I'm not directly answering your question about, but price controls are bad. But when it comes to healthcare and when it comes to prescription drugs, I've always said this: like, why are you people in this room? Why do we allow? We pay twice as much per drug as anybody in Europe. Why does Pfizer sell it at half a price to the Germans? Because we let them. If we could either get our drugs in the free market shipped in from Germany, or if you want to have a price control, we're not paying any more than Germans. Like, all right? So we don't have to be the cash cow for Pfizer and Merck and so forth. There's a lot more problems that I could go on about this in healthcare, because I know a lot about healthcare. My daughter has stage 4 cancer for 8.5 years, and I've seen over $5 million of bills, which I didn't pay because I have insurance, cross my desk. I realize how these insurance companies have totally tried to hose people. Maybe you realize it too. And a lot of that has to change.